ASNaC Yule Play. Sorry for the potential change of venue scale last night, but we are here. We're very glad we're here again. Before we start, we're just going to do a health and safety announcement. So, James, do you want to do that? You got that?
Yeah, well,
It is. This is in runes, James.
Well,
this is no help to anybody.
I don't have the newest copy. It has to use.
You've got to be a more modern copy.
I might have
Go and get a more modern copy. Deputies.
This thing?
Go on, you read out. You read out.
What? Hair of Netch.
James, that's Old English. That's no better.
It's more recent.
It's
than
more
new.
recent, but it's not the most recent.
It's not.
Where's last year's?
It's the most recent we have.
Do we have last year's?
No.
Where is it? Patreon it.
Yes, patient bit.
That's in Australia.
Yes.
Right, okay. We'll just do it from memory. Then I'll do it from memory. Okay, right, okay. Health and safety. In case of a fire, hopefully there won't be anything. Fire exit is there. Anybody sitting on that side, please make sure the aisle is clear so we can get the fire exit. There's also the exit there. It's pretty much the health and safety. We are filming this and we've got a guy taking photos of the back. Thank you, Phil. So don't take photos during the show, please. And the last song, if you could all join in, you should have the lyrics on the programme. And final thing, mobile phones off. They probably won't get signal down here anyway. But yes, hope you enjoy the show.
I'm never gonna catch my breath.
Sing like those who knew me.
Oh, at least I'm home in my own pile.
It's kind of scared to death. You can see right through me.
Boy, I really wish that I knew how to fight.
Be a man. We must be taking the meat of
Be a man.
with all the force of an irate day.
Be a man.
With all the strength of a great thin bony, mysterious as the murder of their state.
Time is racing toward us, still Ragnarok arrives. Go into a bear rage, and you might survive. You're unfit for the range of war, so you won't be in our crew. How can I make berserks out of you?
With all the force of an irate day.
Be a man.
With all the strength of a great thin bony, mysterious as the murder of their state.
Be a man.
Must be taking the meat of
Be a man.
With all the force of an irate day, with all the strength of a great big bogey, mysterious as the murder of the state. Wah! Gee, Thor, it sure is great to be here in Asgard. Vanaheim was nice, but this place is so much more fun. Thruvangr is so beautiful at this time of year.
It's good to have you here, Freyr. You're a good friend, and, if I may say so, a worthy board game opponent.
Holy Nefertafel, who are you?
This, Freyr, is Ratatos, messenger of the gods. Though you'd be forgiven for not recognizing him, he does seem to have somewhat lost his sleek physique. I assume you have a message for me.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Odin told me to tell you that there's been a theft. A horn, I think he said it was. A golden horn.
Heavens. You don't mean the golden horn of Gallus?
Yeah, that's the one.
Holy heist, Thor! With that, the thief could... Well, actually, I don't know what the thief could do. The images never made sense to me. Do you know what they mean?
Well, for it, I mean, it's the principle of the matter. As long as I am here, thievery will not be tolerated. Ratatos, when did this happen?
I left Valhalla 3 days ago.
3 days? It's an emergency, you fool. We'll never catch the thief at this rate.
Hey. It's a bloody big tree I've got to run up and down, okay? I want to get info more quickly and tell Odin to hire someone with wings.
Yes, of course, that's it. Freyr, we'll use animal forms to go after the thief. We'll scare in his cave.
No thanks for me as always. No one gives a shit about this sort of lot.
Alright, here we are. No thief will escape me, yes. Never block him out in! Come on, Freyr, let's go.
Hold on a sec, I can't find anything with wings.
It's because you're so untidy. How many times have I told you to keep your things tidy? What the hell is that for?
A robin.
Oh, that's very intimidating. Batman and Robin.
I could look for something else.
No, we don't have time. Come on, let's go.
Holy, both for a stone pile. There are 4. However will we scale this cliff?
Don't worry, Freya. I have my trusty bathrobe with me.
Would everybody please tilt their heads to the left?
Ratatos wasn't lying. The horn really is gone.
Say, Thor, aren't there 2 horns of Gallihus?
No, Freya. Could you imagine how much effort it takes to make even just one horn? Human lives and university terms are only so long.
But we're already 3 days behind, and this place is a dead end.
Have patience, Freya. Good things come to he who waits.
But darn it, Thor, solutions don't just drop out of the sky. Holy Hugin! What's this?
It's a raven, Freya. And there seems to be some sort of message attached to its ankle. Oh, yes, here we go.
What's it?
Thor, since you are said to be wise, when is a deer like the meal of a hero? When is water like a season?
What could it mean? Who could have sent it?
Well, Sigurd was a hero, and after he killed the giant Fafnir, what did he eat?
His heart! And a heart is a name for a kind of deer. And the only heart I can think of is Eikthyr, who stands on the top of Valhalla. But the other part doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, there are 4 seasons, Freyr, and only one which fits the riddle. Spring. Water is like a season when it's a spring. Which means that the thief must be hiding beneath Vegelmir, the spring into which water flows from Eikthyrs antlers, and from which all rivers run.
Holy underworld, Thor!
And as for who sent it, can you think of anyone who loves riddles, Freyr?
Gosh, Bethruthnir!
Exactly. And I know of only one person who would consort with giants. I'm starting to understand this mystery. Come on, Freyr, to Niflheim.
wasn't even here. We were at the funeral, and then you were...
What?
I lost Arthur.
You did what?
Oh, I left him right here, and now... Well,
You lost the King of the Britons. You left him unsupervised.
well, I think Arthur's perfectly capable of looking after himself.
He's dead.
And I didn't leave him unsupervised. I left him with a monk.
You left him with a monk.
Well, they're trustworthy fellows.
No, they're not. They're supposed to be trustworthy fellows, which is precisely why you should never trust a monk.
That seems a little unfair. Look, we just have to wake him up and ask him. He probably saw, like Arthur roll away. Something. What ho? What? That's what I said.
Oh, praise be God, I've been woken up by bloody Taliesin.
Whatever. Have you seen the once and future king?
Oh, is that what you're calling it now? Bit ambitious, aren't we?
For Pete's sake!
I think you'll find it's for Christ's sake. That's blasphemy.
No, that is blasphemy.
We lost Arthur.
You?
Pendragon, King of the Britons, recently died.
Sorry, love. Don't read the historians very much. Can you give me a bit more detail, maybe?
He was only the greatest king that England ever saw.
Wales, he means Wales.
Ah, that'd explain it then. Don't go much in for kings myself.
You what?
No, I think we should have something a bit more democratic.
Arthur had a round table.
Oh, and then I'm sold, love. You know, forget about social inequality, social mobility, the elites with their Oxbridge educations. No, he had a fancy little table in the middle of his living room. Yay for him. Yay. Proletariat.
I think you left our monarch with a socialist.
That you did. You should be glad I'm so drunk. If I'd have been conscious back then, I'd have given him a piece of my mind and he'd never have recovered.
It wouldn't have worked. He's dead.
Then how did you lose him?
We left him with a monk. Come on, you. This is getting us nowhere.
I don't know where my mead went.
Good God, what is that thing?
That is a villain. Nay, it is a plague upon the island of Britain.
Why did you bring me here then? Have you betrayed me, Silvertongue?
Oh, look, we've resorted to violence. What a surprise. Down, boy. Of course I haven't betrayed you. This creature can hear any word that is spoken, so long as the wind carries it.
Well, that's uncomfortable. Even the ones you say really, really quietly to your teddy bear.
Even those.
Do you think he's trying to communicate with us?
Probably.
What do we do?
I have a cunning plan. We shall coerce it out of him with this.
If they know I can hear everything they're saying and thinking, then I don't see the logic here.
Okay, not that I doubt your mysterious ways, but why?
'Cause this was proven in the magical Cleveland Clivellis in I Am a Magic Plague, Get Me Out of Here. The Piraniite are arachnophobic.
It wasn't worth the money, really.
Right, okay.
So, you grab him, I'll shake this about and coerce it out of him.
Right. How did he know?
She does not listen to anything I said.
It's not all, because I've got an interview with Merlin Taliesin for Daily Grain, and I've got, to get on.
Oh, right, sorry.
Cheers.
What are you doing? Tell us where Arthur is.
Well,
you that wherever Arthur is, he's not making much noise. Probably because he's dead. I'm all hearing, not all seeing.
But you must have heard some nefarious plot. Some cunning scheme to steal his body.
Well, sure, I mean, you know, important guy, lots of enemies. The way I see it, it's a bit like Schrodinger's cat. Neither dead yet or alive, pending evidence.
Arthur's alive!
Don't think that's how it works.
Arthur's alive! Arthur's alive! It's like Christmas! Arthur's alive!
So just look, Humphrey, calm down. Look, he's not. Arthur's not. The Kranite was just. He's not.
Yeah.
Well, he can't be. He's not. He's not. He's not Arthur. He's.
Well, yeah.
Oh, bugger it all. Right. I know what happened.
What?
Some magical Schrodinger fairies came, and they took Arthur away to fairyland.
But he's coming back, right? I mean, if he's really, really alive, then he'll come back.
Oh yes. He's just hanging out with the fairy people for a bit. You know, have a little holiday. He'll be back by Christmas, just when we really need him.
Do you promise?
I promise.
That's the thing with medieval romances. No one ever recognises each other, not even the once and future king. Merry Christmas, everybody!
Hi, I'm your new neighbour Mildred. It's lovely to meet you. You're a very strapping fellow, you know. I quite like watching you. I was just thinking, I live there, you live here, neighbourly goodness. Thought I'd say hello, you know, just hello. I brought you a bottle of mead.
I'm a hermit.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm a shop by profession. I must say, I did love your advert. Little bit wordy, true. But you remember you said love your neighbour. And there were all those catering tips and that story about when you and your friends had a sleepover in your garden.
That wasn't an advert, that was my translation of the Gospels.
Oh, you do have a lovely turn of phrase. Listen, just one small thing, with us being neighbours and all. You didn't mention any pets in your advert. And I have to say, they're not very nice pets. Actually, one of them tried to bite me.
Pets? They're not pets, they're demons sent from the darkest corner of hell to torment me.
Oh, well, that's a little harsh. I'm sure it's just a touch of flu. They're probably just feeling a bit under the weather.
Look, you best come in. It's going to be dark soon. There'll be lots more demons then.
Oh, lovely. Thanks very much. So what should we do? Play charades? Bit of cards.
I was praying. You can join me in that.
All right, then. Our Father.
Silently!
In the morning when the world was begun, I danced round a cow with the salt with her tongue. I slew the giant demon who was first shaking the earth, and flooding the waters of every birth. Dance then through battle's deadly din. I am the Lord of the slain only, and I lead you all wherever you may fall, up to my hall where there's need on call. For Numa that she gave me some him a beer. Instead he demanded that I give him an eye, and then me hanged on a tree to die. Dance then through battle's deadly din, I am the lord of the slain Odin, and I'll lead you all wherever you may fall, on to my hall where there's need on call. I hung there for days upon that bloody tree. It didn't help, I still failed my degree. Yes, I know you now that sacrificing rams does not help much for trying boss exams. Dance then through battle's deadly din, I am the lord of the slain Odin, and I'll lead you all wherever you may fall, on to my hall where there's need on call. I danced walking carols whom they call more tooth, but he didn't like me and he acted all aloof. I did like singers, so I gave him a ring, and on the phone I then did sing. Dance then through battle's deadly din, I am the lord of the slain Odin, and I'll lead you all wherever you may fall, to my hall where there's need on call.
Well, Rick Crew, this is a very fine feast you prepared for us here. I'm sure it will be the best feast the men of Ulster have ever had.
Thank you, King Conqueror. I think we need to decide who gets the champion's portion.
Right.
Dun dun dun! It's me! Hooray!
Hooray!
I am Loigair Budak, champion of all Ulster and all Ireland, and it is I who must have the champion's portion. Woof! King Conqueror, am I pleased to see you, or did I just put the gay bulb in my pocket? Woof! See, Rick, we can feast in a moment, but first, let's sit down and talk about how amazingly attractive I am.
We could do that, but I think there might be someone who has something to say about that.
It's me! Hooray!
Hooray!
It is I, Conall Kernack, chief champion of all Ulster and all Ireland. And it is I who must have the champion's portion. Ah, my Lord Conqueror, am I pleased to see you, or did I just put the gay bulb in my pocket?
No. It is I who is not sure whether he is pleased to see King Conqueror or not, or whether he has the gay bulb in his pocket or not.
No, it is I who is not sure whether he is pleased to see King Conqueror or whether he has the gay bulb in his pocket.
Now come on, Conall.
Now you... It's me! Hooray!
Hooray!
I am Cuchulainn, the greatest champion in all of Ulster and Ireland, and it is I who deserve to have the champion's portion, and I have the guy ball in my pocket. Woof!
Seriously, mate, what are you doing?
Well, you know how every year in our Yule Play sketch we have a flash heart figure? I think last year it was Columba, and I think the year before that was Canute. Well, this year I'm flash heart.
No, you can't be this year's Flash Heart, because I'm this year's Flash Heart.
No, I'm this year's Flash Heart.
Well, have you guys ever stopped to think that maybe you're in the wrong Yule Play? I mean, you could be the flash heart of the classics faculty or English faculty.
No, I'm definitely ASNaC Flash Heart, and I'll just get the script and show you. Hang on. Yeah, there you go. Loigair Budak does Flash Heart impression.
Well, in my script it says Cuchulainn does flash heart impression.
And in my script, it says Conall Kernack does Flash Heart impression.
I think I better talk to the Yule Play officer about this.
James!
Oh, I didn't realise you're all using draft copies of the script. No, see, this is the new version right here. Everyone, look at this side. See, look, there.
I don't think any of us are flash heart this year. Thanks for nothing, Scouser.
I'm from the Wirral!
So, who's the real Flash Heart?
chances, then who?
Could it be?
It's me! Hooray! I am Beowulf! Champion, greatest warrior in all of Scandinavia. And it is I who must have the champion's portion.
This has gone too far. You're not even in this story. Yes, you're not even Irish.
Oh, aren't I? Woof!
Wow. You're gonna stay though, right? Have the champion's portion.
Oh, sorry, Congreva. I've got a rush. 2 million chicks and only one Beowulf. If you ever get bored of your lives, give me a call. I'll come back and kill you all. Hooray! Hooray!
Are you sure this is the right place for her? It looks like a rough neighbourhood.
Well, it matches the descriptions in Ansgar's life, and if that wimp from Hamburg can handle it, then a couple of tough guys from Cologne like us will be no trouble. Now, you go and knock on that wall, and I'll be right behind you.
Hello? Who goes there?
We're missionaries from Cologne. I'm Poco.
And I...
It doesn't matter. No one's going to remember who you are anyway. We're here to talk. We're here to talk to your king. Is Mr. Harold Bluetooth there?
Hold on a minute, mate. I'll give him a call for you.
What are you doing?
Well, old Harold's done wonders for this country, mate, including these Bluetooth communications. Why? Nah, signal's a bit dodgy, mate. I'll try a different method. Harold!
What are you doing this time?
He is of the Yelling dynasty.
So what can I do for you, chaps?
We're here to talk about your Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ. May we come in?
You make them forward.
Now, how this normally works is, well, we sit down, you make us a cup of tea, we walk you through the pamphlets, and then you choose between our Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ or eternal hellfire and damnation.
Do the pamphlets come in runes?
Apparently not.
Oh, well, we already worship Christ here, but as one of many, how are you going to prove he's the only God?
Oh, Popo has this great trick where he gets a hot iron bar.
As I was saying.
I'm just having a bit of neighbour trouble. There isn't a massive German army behind you, is there?
No, definitely not. No, German arms. Tell you what. If you convert today, Mr. Bluetooth, we will throw in a fantastic freebie of a bespoke stone monument in a design of your choice, provided that Christ is depicted on it.
That is tempting.
It's a great deal. Beats being won up by our army over there.
What, you idiots! Convert them! Raise the pamphlets high!
And now, in this manuscript that's recently come to light, we find a rare example of an Anglo-Saxon flyting. It seems to have taken place at the Synod of Clovis in the realm of... Are they directions? Oh, no, there's a lacuna in the manuscript. No matter. The text appears to recount an altercation between Alfrich of Evesham and Wulfstan of York, as I shall now relate.
Lay off, men! Ye can know what that is sooth. When I take to the altar, the priesthood hit the roof. I preach brimstone from my pulpit where your homilies just chat shit. I ring fire and damnation on this Norse-ravaged nation. I'm the man! I'm Wulfstan! Been more ecclesiastical than you ever can. This wolf just has to howl at the moon, and all of England's none swoon!
You want to make them swoon? Need I say more? It's not just in politics that you play the whore. Swapping sides, trading kings. Have you no loyalty? One should only honour heavenly royalty. You fled the cloister, got involved in the world. Seeking personal power. Mate, that's Mukula you drolled. I wrote college priests for monasteries, sermons for laymen. An archbishop who screams and shouts ain't gonna save him. You're naught but a half-baked round-up preacher. You want to serve God? Take a lesson from the teacher.
I'm the Archbishop of Yule! You're just a boxy abbot. I'm pimped out in my cassock while you wear a smelly habit. I'm constructing England's laws while your congregation snores. One sip of the mead and you start to lose your head. And not in a holy way like your precious Saint Ed. I'm not like you, beating novices for kicks. The only teaching aid I need is my gilded crucifix. I've got business to attend to, so I'll finish this in haste. Because I'm the greatest preacher that evil's ever faced.
With pride like that, you're no Miles Christi. Calm it down, Wolfie, be a little more priesty. Say I'm a lightweight, for a monk that's fine. Only tipple I need is communion wine. I'm saving souls from confusion, so forgive me this intrusion while I shatter your delusion with this honest conclusion. You're no wolf, you're a pussy, a washed-up has-been. For I'm the greatest teacher that this island's ever seen.
Not so fast, bitch!
Build us!
Let's mess this up. You think you're homilists, take a lesson from the showman. Religion's gone downhill since the advent of Saxonum. You say your Saxon writings will be earning you laudate. I wrote Polly Cinderton before Virginitate. I was hers to bring the anger when I caused British kings distress, tearing you to pieces because your mama was a lioness. Your rhythmic prose, it lacks all sense of passion. Hermeneutics fine for me, I can give sins a lashing. I've crushed you all with my rhymes, and now I've sent you packing. King Skildas is the guy in Britain ever.
3 days we've been here, and still no one has come. I think we've gotten away with it. Tell me, Lucky, since you are said to be wise.
How many times have I near? You don't have to start every question like that.
Sorry, Lucky, but now we've got the horn. What do we do with it?
Well, Vathulfnir, let me tell you.
Hold your mouth, you joker.
Curses, it's Lethal Black and Mathwin. And, sorry, who are you?
It's Freyr. He's in a robbing fort. It's all he could change into at such a short moment's notice. He is so untidy, I don't know how else to tell him.
Do you know what? You know what? I know exactly what you mean. I had the same problem with Albus. He's the penguin. It's like having little children.
I know. They're worse than undergraduates. Oh yes, and talking of being childish, Lucky, when will you learn not to take other people's things? Give back the horn now.
No, it's the pride of my collection here in my base. Actually, how did you find this place? It's really well hidden.
You might want to keep a tighter rein on your co-conspirators. Your little Riddler over there sent us a clue that led us straight to you.
You stupid oak Vathulfnir! You and your Riddler dictionary will be my downfall one day. Get rid of them. You too, Albus.
I may be the boy wonder, but Thor here's gonna bring the thunder. It's no use, Thor. They're too strong and we're outnumbered.
It looks as though you two could do with some assistance.
Freya!
I came as soon as that odious rodent Ratatosk finally made it to Folkvangr. Now hand the horn over, Loki. You don't have a chance now.
Your presence changes nothing, you meddling cat woman. I've been drinking from the horn for 3 days now, and as such, I have the power to... Actually, what does it do? I haven't quite...
You said you knew!
No, Vathulfnir, he doesn't. The horn does nothing. They're just pictures. Pretty weird pictures, admittedly, but just pictures nonetheless. Now, hand it over. The game is done.
No, it may not be magical, but it's still mine.
Thank you.
Take the horn, I wish to fly away!
He's a penguin! And flightless bird!
Thank you so much for your assistance, Freya. We couldn't have done it without you.
Glad to be of assistance. Now I shall take the horn back to Galahus and return home.
And we'll take these criminals back to Westgard. All the worlds can sleep safely tonight, knowing that these criminals are under lock and key.
Tonight, we're in Winchester. Welcome to Question Time. I'm Bishop David of Dimbleby, and with me tonight are the Ealdorman of Mercia, Eadrich Streona, the Ealdorman of Northumbria, Uhtred the Bold, the King of Denmark, Svein Forkbeard, and the controversial Thane from the Anglican Independence Party, Godfrey Bloom. And our first question tonight: has public faith in politicians been damaged by the revelations that senior Ealdormen have been making fraudulent expenses claims? Ealdorman Uhtred, your thoughts on that, please?
Well, whatever people may think, the matter of the fact is that we need the money to defend our duct houses from the Danes.
I think we need to remember when discussing this issue that most Ealdormen are hard-working, dedicated public servants who labour tirelessly for the good of the realm. It is entirely right that they should be able to claim expenses from the Witan for the costs they incur in the course of their work.
Yes, but what about the article published this morning in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, which alleged that Ealdorman Alfred of Hampshire claimed £24,000 for the cost of raising an army to fight the Danes at Exeter and then failed to turn up to the battle?
I don't think you're being very fair here, David. Ealdorman Alfred was taken ill the day before the battle and therefore could not possibly lead an army against the Danes.
Yes, but he still claimed the money for it.
But he had already raised that army at his own personal expense. It would be quite wrong of the government not to reimburse him because he fell ill by an act of God.
Well, that's not how the chronicler described it. He claimed the Ealdorman was made ill not by an act of God, but by fear of the Danes.
That is completely untrue.
Yes, his mother wrote him a sick note and everything.
So, what do you think of all of this, King Thane?
Well, personally, I think the scandal is systematic that permeates every level of the Anglo-Saxon state. This misconduct will only cease if the king and all his councillors are removed immediately and replaced by the Danes. Anglo-Danish kingship is the future! Absolutely not. In Denmark, my father and I have spent the last 40 years building a modern and efficient social democracy. Public money is channeled not into the pockets of great magnates, but into projects that benefit the whole people, like burial mounds and geometric fortresses.
Oh, all this rubbish. We are forever hearing from the liberal middle-class elite how wonderful Europe is. But it's a pack of lies, let me tell you. Scandinavia isn't all it's cracked up to be. Most Valkyries don't even clean behind the fridge anymore.
So, you'd be opposed to the establishment of an Anglo-Danish dynasty in England?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you another thing. What King Svein never mentions when he's telling us about his alleged Scandinavian utopia is that it's built on the back of English money.
I take it you're referring to the government's overseas aid policy.
That's right. We should spend English money in England instead of sending it to Hurda-Gurda-land or whatever.
Hurda-Gurda-land? How can you use such a racist term?
You'll get a chance to speak in a moment, Your Majesty. First, can we hear what Ealdorman has to say in response to this?
Thanks, Bishop David. Now, let me make this clear. Our overseas aid programme sends money abroad to alleviate genuine and desperate poverty in Northern Europe. The Vikings to whom we give this money grow up in deprivation and hardship, but the money we give them allows them to turn their lives around, transforming them from a ragtag bunch of pirates into a
slightly wealthier bunch of
Well, if these countries have such terrible poverty, why don't they spend their own money to improve things? Take Greenland, for example. They're supposed to be the poorest country in Europe, and yet they've somehow scraped together enough cash to finance a space probe to Vinland. If they won't use that cash to alleviate their poverty problems, why should we send them any of ours?
Because then we older men can skim off the top 20%.
What Ealdorman means to say is that if we pay off the Danes, they are less likely to attack England in the future.
What do you say to that, King Svein? The Kingdom of Denmark receives 70% of English overseas aid. Are you any less likely to attack England because of this?
Not really. In fact, now that you mention it, I might as well conquer this place while I'm here. Do you Ealdormen fancy joining me?
Never. I will always be a true and loyal servant of the rightful king Athelred, son of Edgar, and of his son and heir Edmund Ironside, and I shall defend them unto death. Although if you put it like that...
Well, that's all we've got time for this week. Next week we'll be in Ashington, but for the time being, thank you to my panelists, and good night.
We shared in Trondheim.
Crying out loud!
Program's got lyrics there. Join in the last.
Yes, I'm afraid it is time for the sing-along. Spare you this year.
On the first day of Christmas, a Viking took from me my home monastery. On the second day of Christmas, a Viking took from me 2 lives of Oswald and my home monastery. On the third day of Christmas, a Viking took from me 3 gold crosses, 2 lives Christmas a Viking took from me 5 for sterlings, 4 sexy nuns, 3 gold crosses, 2 lights of bottle, and my home monastery. On the 6th day of Christmas a Viking took from me 6 silver ingots, 5 for sterlings, 4 sexy nuns, 3 gold crosses, 2 lights of bottle, and my home monastery. On the 7th day of Christmas a Viking took from me 7 excellent 6 silver ingots, 5 for sterlings, 4 sexy nuns, 3 gold crosses, 2 lights of bottle, and my home monastery. On the 8th day of Christmas a Viking took from me 8 Irish pilgrims, 7 excellent 6 silver ingots, 5 for sterlings, 4 sexy nuns, 3 gold crosses, 2 lights of bottle, and my home monastery. On the 9th day of Christmas a Viking took from me 9 drunken habits, 8 Irish pilgrims, 7 excellent 6 silver ingots, 5 for sterlings, 4 sexy nuns, 3 gold crosses, 2 lights of bottle, and my home monastery. On the 10th day of Christmas a Viking took from me 10 of my blessings, 9 drunken habits, 8 Irish pilgrims, 7 excellent 6 silver ingots, 5 for sterlings, 4 sexy nuns, 3 gold crosses, 2 lights of bottle, and my home monastery. On the 11th day of Christmas a Viking took from me 11 of my blessings, 10 of my blessings, 9 drunken habits, 8 Irish pilgrims, 7 excellent 6 silver ingots, 5 for sterlings, 4 sexy nuns, 3 gold crosses, 2 lights of bottle, and my home monastery. On the 12th day of Christmas a Viking took from me 12 men extensions, 11 of my fingers, 10 of my blessings, 9 drunken habits, 8 Irish pilgrims, 7 excellent 6 silver ingots, 5 for sterlings, 4 sexy nuns, 3 gold crosses, 2 lights of bottle, and my home monastery.
Yule Play officers, Jim.
Thank you to all our cast who've been amazing, the people who wrote who've been amazing, Phil for being great to take photos, and all of you for turning up. Thank you very much.